Okay, let's talk about this constant fear that we all seem to feel about AI replacing our jobs.
It's everywhere.
You see the headlines every single day,
Uh,
and we've all felt that little shiver, when some new hyper-efficient AI tool drops.
exactly. And the conventional wisdom, the thing everyone defaults to, is that AI is going to come for the low-skill jobs first.
Right.
People think, well, I'm a good coder, or I'm a strategic writer, so I must be safe. They think the intellectual work is shielded.
But the reality, what we're actually seeing in the market is that that core idea is, well, it's completely backward.
It's a profoundly counterintuitive truth. AI isn't really prioritizing jobs based on skill level. It's coming for any work, regardless of complexity, that can be quickly turned into digital data.
Thinking work.
That's it. The
Yeah.
thinking work you can just send over the internet. That's the real immediate danger zone right now.
Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is pretty simple. We're going to give you a clear, actionable map to navigate this change. So you can forget the general panic. We are going to unpack the three-layer framework that explains exactly where jobs are vulnerable and, where they're shielded in this new economy.
We'll define the three layers. Tokenizable cognition, accountability, and embodied execution.
Now then,
And then we'll look at specific strategies you can use starting tomorrow to make sure you're positioned on the winning side of this huge economic shift.
let's jump right into the deepest part of that danger zone, layer one.
Yeah.
We call this tokenizable cognition.
This layer it's fascinating because it's so easy to define its vulnerability. So cognition is just thinking, right? Problem solving, writing.
Okay.
Tokenizable just means we can convert that thinking into standardized digital data text code analysis. It's like stacking little Lego blocks of data.
So if my boss gives me a task and I can complete it and deliver it just by typing, sending a file, pushing some code to the cloud, then I'm in this layer.
You are operating entirely in layer one.
Yeah.
That's a huge swath of modern white-collar work.
Okay.
Writing marketing emails, analyzing a big spreadsheet, translating documents, writing some routine computer scripts. This is where AI job replacement is happening the fastest.
Because tools like ChatGPT or Claude, they don't have to be perfect.
No, they just have to be incredibly cheap and incredibly fast. And because of that speed, the market cost of basic thought is just dropping to near zero.
Think about the implications of that.
Oh, they're huge. A mid-sized marketing agency, they used to have maybe 10 writers churning out web copy. Now, they keep one experienced editor and use AI for all the first drafts.
So if the only value you offer is I can write words, or I can write basic code.
Your function has become an immediate commodity.
This is where we hit what's being called the coding trap. We all heard about tools like Jevons, the so-called AI software engineer.
And the panic was immediate. All coders are finished.
But it's more nuanced than that.
It's a massive oversimplification. But simple entry-level coding jobs are disappearing. They're structurally disappearing.
You to give an example?
Sure. Think about a practical prompt. Writing a Python script to scrape 1,000 news headlines, save them to a file, and then clean the text.
A junior developer might take, an hour? Maybe more? To get that right, test it, debug it?
An AI can complete that exact same task and deliver flawless tested code in seconds.
Wow.
The efficiency gain is staggering.
Right.
And that's what drives the replacement inside this tokenizable cognition layer.
It's a huge pressure point.
Uh,
And honestly, I still wrestle with the sheer speed of this digital replacement. I feel the pressure of what people call prompt drift. The idea that what needed a human just a year ago now only requires a simple two-line instruction to an AI.
It is a profound shift, and it raises that critical question. If the AI is handling all the simple scripts, the drafting, the initial analysis, what's the real job of a valuable coder now?
It's about solving complex business problems using code, not just writing simple scripts.
That's it. It's judgment, problem definition. That's not just production speed. And that leads us perfectly into the ultimate safety net, layer 2.
The accountability shield.
Right. So if AI is so powerful and so efficient and basically free, why do big companies still hire expensive law firms or consulting agencies?
It can't just be about speed anymore.
It's not. This layer is the structural shield against layer 1. We call it the value of trust, risk, and, frankly, the value of blame.
The value of blame. I think that framing is incredibly sharp.
Well, imagine Coca-Cola needs a new high-stakes legal contract. The AI could draft it for free in 5 seconds.
But they don't use it.
No, they pay a top law firm hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're not paying for the typing. That's layer 1 work. They're paying for the partner's signature at the bottom of the page.
So they're paying for the insurance policy that comes with a human being.
Precisely. The human assumes the risk. An AI can't be sued for malpractice.
Right.
It can't lose its professional license. It can't go to jail if the contract is fraudulent or fails.
Mm-hmm.
Humans are required anywhere the stakes are high, where failure is, existential.
This instantly clarifies why these big consulting firms, like an Infosys or the big accounting houses, why they didn't just dissolve when these powerful AI tools came along.
They pivoted brilliantly. They didn't replace their teams, they augmented them. They used AI to work 10 times faster on the layer 1 stuff, the drafting, the analysis.
But what they ultimately sold was different.
Exactly. They sold accountability. They sold guaranteed trust to their clients. They weren't selling a tool. They were selling a guaranteed result backed by their reputation.
So the action plan for digital professionals is pretty clear then. You have to stop selling outputs.
And start selling guaranteed outcomes.
Right. Don't sell, I will write 4 articles this month.
No. Guarantee a 15% increase in newsletter conversions. Stop just being a coder who delivers a function. Start being a product manager who ensures the app actually solves the user's problem.
Okay, so like a marketing consultant, they use an AI to generate 5 cool ideas for a coffee shop's loyalty program. That's layer 1.
That's the easy part. But the client pays the consultant to choose the one plan, to stake their reputation on it, manage it, and take the risk if it fails.
That's layer 2.
That's layer 2. When you assume and manage risk, you inject value that AI structurally cannot provide. You go from being a vendor of labor to being a strategic partner.
So in simple terms, how does taking on risk fundamentally change the value proposition?
It shifts value from production speed to risk management and guaranteeing a desired result. Mid-roll sponsor, red placeholder.
So we've covered the danger zone of digital thought, which is cognition, and the shield of digital trust, which is accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Now we move to layer 3, which is, I think, the most surprising safe zone for a lot of people. Embodied execution.
Physical work.
Exactly. The jobs that everyone thought were low-tech or easy to replace are turning out to be the hardest to automate.
And the core reason is really simple. The physical world is messy. It's inherently messy.
Digital work is frictionless. It's governed by perfect logic. But physical work, it's got gravity, dirt, unpredictable light.
Yeah, and constant tiny variations. Computers are amazing at complex math, but robots are. They're laughably clumsy in unstructured environments.
Yeah.
We are still decades away from a general-purpose robot that can walk into a strange house, find a specific little leak behind a hot water tank in a crawl space, and then apply the perfect amount of torque to fix it.
Without breaking anything else.
Without breaking the cabinetry next to it. That complexity, the spatial awareness, the dexterity, that's still uniquely human.
So we're seeing what you call the revenge of the trades.
We are. This shielded layer includes plumbers, electricians, hairdressers, nurses, expert chefs. AI can't cut your hair.
Not yet. Hey.
And it can't fix a car engine when the tools need to be perfectly manipulated in a greasy, dark engine bay. These jobs require physical presence and skill.
And there's a powerful economic rule that explains why these roles are becoming more valuable over time. It's called Baumol's cost disease.
It sounds academic, but it explains everything. As one sector, the digital one, becomes hyper-efficient and its costs go to zero, the sectors that cannot speed up.
Like fixing a pipe.
Right. They become relatively more expensive and, therefore, more valuable. Think of an orchestra. A string quartet needed 4 musicians in 1800.
And it still needs 4 musicians today.
Exactly. In 2026, you still need 4 people, 4 instruments, and the same amount of time. You can't automate the physical performance.
So as AI drives the cost of generating 1 million words to zero, human services that are tied to linear time and physical scarcity, they command a higher price.
They become a luxury because they are unautomatable.
Whoa. Imagine the difference between running 1 billion financial queries in a data center versus just getting a robot to reliably fold a t-shirt from a laundry basket.
It's staggering, right? The sheer complexity of physical manipulation is just on another level.
It really is.
So for a worker in layer 3, AI isn't a threat. It's not a replacement. It's a powerful helper.
How so?
You use it to handle the boring office work, all the layer 1 tasks, to free up your time for the highly paid, scarce physical work.
So if you're a plumber or an electrician, you should be using AI to handle all your scheduling, your parts inventory.
And to write that professional, empathetic apology email to an angry customer you don't have time for. It saves you 20 minutes of admin work so you can get to the next paid job.
It enhances your capacity. It doesn't challenge your core skill.
Exactly.
So if physical presence is the shield, What is the ultimate limiting factor for a worker in layer 3?
The binding constraint is just how many hours they can physically work in a day.
This whole analysis, it really suggests the economy is changing shape. It used to be a pyramid, right, with this massive middle layer of admin workers.
And now it's a barbell.
Yeah. Heavy on the two ends, accountability on one side, embodied execution on the other, and really thin in the middle.
And the losers, the structural losers here, are that squeezed middle. The mid-tier digital firms, the administrative pros who do generic routine digital work.
You mean like agencies making standard logos or basic websites?
Or entry-level admin tasks that require thought, but crucially zero accountability. They're caught in a pincer movement.
Squeezed from below by
Hyper-efficient, cheap freelancers using AI tools, the layer 1 commodities. And they're squeezed from above by the large, trusted, high accountability companies, the layer 2 firms.
So if your whole business is just we do the work, you're now competing with a robot that works for free.
Pretty much. And this whole thing, this abundance of content, is accelerated by a core economic principle we have to talk about. The Jevons paradox.
Okay, what's that?
It's crucial. The paradox states that efficiency doesn't reduce use, it actually increases it. When tech makes a resource cheaper, we consume way more of it.
The classic example is the streetlight, right?
That's the one. Better, more efficient streetlights didn't save us money on electricity. We just lit up every street in every city in the world.
And AI drops the cost of content creation to near zero.
So we don't write fewer emails. We write millions more personalized, targeted emails. The efficiency of production just explodes the supply, and that forces the value of any single unit of work to plummet.
We're drowning in cheap, low-value content.
Which forces everyone to either produce massive volume or offer much, much better quality and trust.
So the two clear winners in this barbell economy are the giants,
the layer 2 winners who have trust and customers and use AI to work faster, and the locals.
The layer 3 winners, the handyman, the local cafe, the gym instructor, offering human connection and real-world results.
Exactly.
So the final strategy for everyone listening then is a critical self-audit.
Yes. Use this framework. Check your binding constraint.
Okay, so if you're a junior accountant,
you need to break down your daily tasks, data entry, reconciliation, generating standard reports. That's all tokenizable cognition. That's vulnerable.
But emailing clients, explaining complex tax issues, advising on strategy.
That's accountability. That's trust. That's layer 2. If your limit on productivity is how fast can I type, you are in deep trouble.
But if your limit is how many clients genuinely trust me, or how many hours can I physically deliver a service,
you're structurally safer. We all need to focus on building skills that push us into layer 2 or layer 3.
So to synthesize all this, AI job replacement isn't some random wave that's going to wash everyone away.
No, it's a tide. It's rising predictably and structurally.
And if you're on the low ground, relying on simple, repeatable digital tasks, you're going to get submerged.
You have to move to the high ground. The high ground of accountability, taking professional risk, building trust, or the high ground of embodied execution, which is leveraging your physical presence.
And this brings us to what you call the human premium.
Right. If we're drowning in AI-generated articles and emails, the truly scarce resource becomes authenticity.
The things that can't be automated.
Genuine human connection, the face-to-face meeting where real judgment happens, the truly custom outcome. Those things will command a high, almost luxury value.
So the best workers of the future won't be anti-AI. They'll be the hybrid professional.
AI enhanced. That's the term. Think of the high-powered lawyer who uses AI to read 1,000 pages of evidence in minutes. That's layer 1 work.
But they use their human judgment, their ethical filter, their charisma to argue the case in front of a jury.
That's layer 2. They aren't replaced by the tech. They are supercharged by it. They can operate at a scale that was previously just unimaginable.
So we're encouraging you to start auditing your own job skills today using this 3-layer framework.
Identify which bucket your daily tasks fall into.
Because the robot is ultimately here to replace the tasks you probably shouldn't be doing anyway. The busy work that dilutes your real value.
The future belongs not to those who try to compete with the machine, task for task, but to the humans who know how to expertly wield it to elevate their unique, irreplaceable value.